LZ and Nick here, Sports Card Madness. Today we are in Wilmington, Massachusetts at the Lucky Show, which is at the Shriners Auditorium. It is probably the biggest New England show.
What do we got, 350 tables?
Yeah, 350. Yeah, at least, I think.
Legit guests too. We got Dennis Rodman, Dominique Wilkins, like tons of Hall of Famers going to be here this weekend.
Some big ones. They have a lot of signers. So today we're just going to go in the show. Hopefully we can meet some of you guys. We want to see what you're all collecting.
We're going to see what's happening at the tables.
Yep.
Whether people are vintage, modern, or whether there's a ton of Pokemon here. We just want to see how things are going at a big card show, right?
Yep, we're doing that. And then also, I mean, we had JSA on recently and they're in there. So we're gonna
JSA's on site for this one. So
again, this is the biggest one in New England. This is the real deal, this one. So there's a lot of people. A lot of people at this one. Cousin Eddie is with us today. He's gracing our presence at the Shriners Lucky Show. Eddie, how you doing?
Good, and you?
Yeah, doing good, man. Doing good.
Eddie, nice to have you here, man.
What's up? Just gonna go check out some cards, I guess.
What are you looking for today?
I don't know. Boxes. Might open a couple packs, rip, you know.
All right. Are you looking for any of the NFL draft picks? No.
Nah.
No.
You want any of those guys?
I don't know.
Drake May?
Hey, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a Drake May. Maybe a Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Williams is a good one. Yeah.
So what boxes are you actually looking
Put
for?
me on the spot. I don't know. I was gonna see what's in there and maybe a couple glasses.
Connor Bedard hunting or something.
You want to go Connor Bedard head?
Yeah,
Good
I might grab a box.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
Hey,
Very expensive.
have you been to a Shriner show before?
No, never. I don't even know where I am. What town are we in?
We are in Wilmington,
Eddie
Massachusetts.
pulled up the RV and he's lost.
So that's about right around here. Or
How long of a drive was it for you to get here?
about now.
Okay. Well, that's dedication.
So today I'm looking to get Charlie Ward, big player of mine from FSU growing up. He won the Heisman. So I'm looking to get him signed this mini helmet. And I have an Earl Campbell that I'm looking to get signed actually for my brother, not for me, which is going to be this piece. Most people get it autographed with black. We're going to get it autographed with red to kind of match the sides, if you will. So it's a little something different. Something that a lot of people probably don't have. They typically go black, so we're going to change it up a little bit.
Yeah. So both of these guys are here today signing?
Yeah, they will be. So you have Charlie, he's going 12-1, and then Earl's going to go from 1 and 2.
Nice.
You here for cards at all or just autographs?
Nope, we're definitely here for cards. I'm a big Caleb Williams guy. I have a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. I have about 8 of them that I was looking to do a few things with, but I don't see a lot of people that have them right now.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a lot of opportunity out there. I think he obviously went #1 overall. I think he's going to be absolutely amazing. I think the Bears are a very fortunate team. 3 years from now, you'll be talking about Super Bowl contenders.
All right.
No question about it.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, and they just the wide receiver they drafted. What was his name too?
He
was out of
He's out of Washington.
Washington.
Yeah,
a stud.
He's a total stud. I forget his name. I don't follow Washington. I follow FSU a lot. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's definitely one of the top guys.
Yeah.
Next to Malik Neighbors from LSU, obviously.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a
So
fun day.
the Bears are going to be looking good in a couple of years. Absolutely. All right. Well, hey, good luck.
Yeah. All right, everyone.
Let's go inside.
Roll.
Everybody, I'm here with Dalen from Legacy Cards. Get the logo down here. And this is wild. We've been walking around the show for probably an hour so far, and we just came up on the craziest vintage table of everything. So Dalen, thanks, man. Tell us about this table, where you guys got these cards. I mean, this collection is amazing.
Sure. So basically, late 2020, my dad started with an 86 clear set, and he was doing it all his life when he was a kid and stuff like that. But throughout the years, we've moved around a couple times, and he wasn't able to keep the cards. And so, here and there, he just dabbled in cards. And so he flipped the 86 clear set, and he's like, oh, I can make some real money with this. And so then he tried to get me into it, and it was like early 2021. He made me come to a card show, and I was like, Dad, I don't like doing this. It was pretty boring for me because I was just sitting behind the table. I didn't know what I was looking at or what I was doing. I just seen price stickers, and I'm like, hey, Dad, what's the price on this? Blah 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 blah. I wasn't really involved. I was just kind of there. But then as time went on, I got more and more interested in it because I was getting involved, like buying my own cards, setting my own prices, doing my own negotiations, and learning how to look up cards. And so that's what really made it engaging for me. And so it's built up probably from late 2020, so about 3.5, almost 4 years I've been doing this.
That's awesome. And so when did you start? Like, what age were you doing that?
So I was about 16. I'm 20 now. I turned 21 at the end of the year. So I was about 16 when I started doing it.
Well, I mean, we talk about this all the time on the show, that is a good life skill, like the things he's learning, negotiating, researching, talking to people. So you have a lot at this table, and let's come over here, Dalen, if we could.
Sure.
I want to try to focus on he's got a few 1952,
just a few
mantles. Unbelievable. So tell us about these cards, how you got them, like just what's the story behind these?
I mean, honestly, like these all just come from knowing people and knowing you got people who are ready to sell them because, you know, like for example, like for some of these, it's like people will have the card for a while and you know they've had the card for a while and they're not ready to sell it yet. You know, like that's a grail card for a lot of people. But then, you know, when they're ready to like transition to another card, like, okay, I'm ready to get something else for my PC, you know, and then they're ready to move it, ready to sell it to you and stuff like that. So a lot of it is, it's like pre-gaming almost. Like, you know, like a lot of times when you get this card, you know who has the card for a while. It doesn't just come up, or maybe, you know, maybe it comes up in an auction and stuff like that, which sometimes I buy from auctions as well. But, you know, typically it's like you have the knowledge of the person who already has it before, and then you guys end up just making the deal. It's all about relationships in this business, really.
Networking.
It's all about relationships.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So these are GOAT cards. What other crazy cards do you want to show off today? Because all of this is beautiful.
So I mean, honestly, these are probably the craziest cards I have right here. Like I got some like high grade Honus Wagners right here. Got a Joe Jackson in a 5 from Sporting News. Got the Seaver in a 10. That's a Pop 1 in a SGC 10. It's crazy cards, and I'm just blessed to be able to just play around with cards and have them. You
really are blessed, and honestly, I think we're blessed to even be seeing some of this. This is crazy stuff. So, how has the show been going for you? It's been 2 days now, or a day and a half?
Yes.
How has it been? I mean, you're dealing with. I mean, they're high-end cards. These are expensive cards, but are you still? Is business good the past couple days?
Business is great. Honestly, like I feel like every time I go to a show, I'm always able to make something happen, and that's really the goal. You know, like I try to come to shows and I try to set up. And, you know, selling's great, but like if I can buy good stuff, that makes the show for me. Because if I can buy stuff, then okay, then I have a general, you know, profit margin in my head, and I'm gonna sell stuff by default just because I have the stuff to sell.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, man. Well, hey, I appreciate the time. Thank you for showing off some of this cool stuff. Just how can people get in touch with you, follow you, if you guys have any social presence?
On Facebook, we're in a lot of like vintage card groups under the name Ashish Jai. On Instagram, I'm under the Instagram. My handle is Day Sport Cards. So it's Day Sport with no S at the end, and then Cards with the S at the end of it. So Day Sport Cards on Instagram. I post a lot of my stuff there, and I'm trying to get more active on there and post my stuff. So that's a good way to find me as well.
Okay, great. All right, Dalen,
Awesome,
thank you. Appreciate it. All right. We are here with Jim Doyle. Jim is a great card enthusiast. He's got a lot to sell today, a lot of vintage that we'll get into. So, Jim, how you doing?
Oh, it's great. Thank you for stopping by. I certainly enjoy the pod and listening, learning quite a bit from you guys, and having fun here trying to buy, sell, and trade vintage basketball with a little bit of other non-sport too. So
yeah, and for those that like vintage, like I said, Jim has got some great content with some great memorabilia, some great cards. We'll show you those all in a second. But Jim, how is the show going thus far?
It's pretty good. Meeting a lot of customers of mine, and maybe not making as many sales as I would have liked, but getting my name out there, and quite a few good conversations about vintage basketball, the state of the hobby, that sort of thing. So.
And what are people looking for thus far that have stopped by your booth?
So far, I had a couple of guys. I have a couple of Bill Russell autograph cards from '61, and a couple of people kind of looking at those. A little on the expensive side, so no, I haven't sold those yet, but certainly some interest, being a Boston guy. So
yeah, and he has beautiful cards, so it doesn't shock me, the Russells and all that. Did anybody? What was like the biggest card that's been purchased so far for the show?
So far, I sold a pair of Pete Maravich rookie cards yesterday. So it's kind of an iconic green card, 70, 71 basketball. 2 Maravich rookies. I think one was a PSA 5, one was a 4.5. So around a $400 card. So
Okay.
I sold a pair of those. So that was a good start to the show. So hopefully make a few more of those today.
Well, I do not. I want a Maravich card. I don't have one yet, so maybe Jim can help me get into a Maravich card. Okay. Well, hey Jim, thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Good luck with the show today.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Great to see you in person. So
All right.
you.
Thank you.
That's good.
On to our next table here. This place is packed. Why don't you just introduce yourself and tell us what you're selling
Yeah,
today?
absolutely. So I'm Mark. I'm from CCs Sports Cards. We're located in Middleton, Mass. We deal with mostly modern, a little bit of vintage, but not really, but mostly modern cards. We've got all kinds of stuff in all 4 sports. Little bit of variety with Lorcana and some Pokemon as well. We've got a TCG. And we also do streams online with different breaks, whatnot, TikTok, Instagram. And this is great. Great to be here. Great show. Good energy in the building today. Great energy. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Nice. And this show started yesterday. So how was it yesterday? How is it today?
Yesterday, and this is every year. I've been coming here for 30 years.
Okay.
The Friday is always just kind of like the feel it out, get relaxed, get comfortable day. The Saturday, Sunday, this is where it really starts. This is where the energy gets raised and the people come in and everybody's ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said at the end you have some TCG, especially the Lorcana and the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Have you always had that, or is this something new for you? Because I know it's getting very popular.
Very new. Very new for us. I've done sports my whole life. I am still learning as much as I can when it comes to TCG and Pokemon. And we do have guys at the shop that specialize in that, where I kind of handle most of the sports and all that stuff. But there's a lot to learn.
Yeah,
there is to learn.
There's a lot to learn. People who listen to us, we're starting to go down that road of learning about this. We've had a couple people on the show talking about it. So what are people looking for so far? Friday and Saturday so far for you?
It seems like right now everybody's looking for the hot guys in the NBA playoffs. So Celtics, Tatum. I've already sold some Jokic. Jokic, of course, right now can't go wrong there. Anthony Edwards, I can't even find him out here, and if you do, he's double the price because they're up 3-0 now too. So NBA playoffs right now is huge on the sports side. And it always is this time of year when the team, people are looking for the teams that they think can make a run in April, so they can, see that increase in June.
Yeah. And when do you see the NFL, especially the rookies that were drafted the past couple days, picking up?
The minute new products released, this was one of, I think, the best prospective classes I've ever seen. As far as 12 or 13 offensive players, I think, in the first 18 picks or something.
Yeah.
This year's card market and just overall fun behind chasing your guys. I know around here New England's going to be huge. Might be as good as 2020. And 2020 was big with Burrow, Hurts, Herbert, and all those guys. This year, I think, might be bigger, especially where we have a chase right here in New England, which is awesome for us.
Yeah, it will be huge. I mean, there were, 6 quarterbacks in the first round or more than that?
6 QBs in the first 12 picks.
Yeah, that's huge.
6 out of 12.
It's going to be massive. Massive.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, hey, thank you for the time. Good luck. Good luck the rest of the weekend.
Appreciate you coming by. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Cool.
All right, we're here with Steve from Power Collectibles, and Steve is a big TCG hobbyist, He's selling a lot today. And like we talk a lot about on the show, we're trying to learn more and more about this. So Steve, thanks for being on today.
Nice to meet you, Larry.
Appreciate it. How has the show been the past couple days for you?
Oh, it's been great. I'm probably like one of 8, 10 Pokemon vendors. I'm doing okay. People looking for mostly modern cards right now. It seems that way. Japanese, mostly.
So there are roughly about 300, 350 tables, and you're like one of 10 Pokemon?
One of 10, yeah.
So that's got to be big, because I've heard that TCG is getting like really big now. And I even heard, I've witnessed it. So do you see it growing?
I do see it, yeah.
You do?
It's like taking over, honestly, yeah.
Yeah. And what are people looking for like the past couple days? Is there any like big card? Just educate even me. Like what are people looking for?
Well, the past 2 days has been alternate arts.
Alternate arts.
Alternate arts.
And what's that?
Sword and Shield. So it's like, for example,
oh, cool. All right.
I can pull one out.
Here.
Let's see. I don't even have any left. I sold them all. Yeah.
Are they like rare because for that reason?
An alternate art of a base card or whatever.
Oh,
you know
okay.
I mean?
So you could, in theory, it could be like a Charizard, but they do like different art of that Charizard.
Yes.
And they're rare, and yeah, it makes sense that people are chasing those then.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're selling out of those. You don't even have one of those to show us, which is great. Which is great for Power Collectibles. If I were to get into this, like even today, like if I were to jump into this today, what would be your recommendation that I should start with? Like, what's a good starter focus?
It depends. If you're trying to make money, you're in it for the wrong reasons. You gotta love it. I would start with the newest product, whatever you can find on the shelves. Pick it up, open up a few packs, and just look up the set list and see what you like. That's all. Okay,
so just try to get hooked on the newest products that are out there, and then over time probably learn more and more about Pokemon and TCG, and then you can start going after these rarer cards.
And go to more shows and ask around. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Steve, thank you for the time today. How can people follow you on Instagram if you have that, or Facebook, or websites, what have you?
Power Collectibles on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. It's Power, POWR with no E, Collectibles, all one word.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Thank you, Larry.
Well, Steve, thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we're just leaving the show, the Shriner show. We ran into Scott, who was outside, and told us about some big deals he was making today. So, Scott, thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. So you told me you want to see some of the showcases.
He's got some big ones. I don't know if you can zoom in, Tyler, or maybe come in a bit.
More going on right over here.
So we're looking at Lamar Signature 10. That's a big one.
23 out of 25, the Blue Shimmer, beautiful card. Also have a 101 Lamar from the Honor Series. Sorry, got that upside down.
Yeah.
And one of my personal favorites, pretty nasty patch, 9.5, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's a filthy card, a 9.5/10.
And of course, we got another little banger here, boom action. And ideally, I mean, we're going right down the board with Jamar Chase, 101 as well. Then, of course, we got your man lighting it up. Fortunately, they didn't do too well, but we got a nice little Steph Curry over here. This man's been on fire, Luka Doncic.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, one of my personal favorites, don't get enough love in the hobby, Dame Lillard, Dame Time, 1 out of 10, game worn. That's pretty much it for today, but other than that, I mean, it's been a pleasure meeting you guys.
He's a humble guy, pretty much it. Those are some bangers in that box. So you said you're heading back in there for kind of the second half of the day. What are you looking for?
Personally, more Stroud. Stroud sells really well. Some Luka Doncic, Steph Curry, Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Maybe a big LeBron James.
Yeah. The goats. You always go after the goats, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah,
Fine.
for sure. Yeah,
Thank
for
you
sure.
so much.
All right. Well, hey, good luck. All right.
No pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. So we're just walking out of the Shriners, and we ran into Big Joe Murray from 98.5, the Sports Hub. Joe, what were you doing in there today?
I was helping out. I was actually monitoring everything in there. I was streaming live, which was outstanding. Not one person cared when I threw my phone in their face. But it was great. A bunch of stuff, bunch of cards. Memorabilia was cool. And I had a fun time. Learned a ton, met a bunch of cool people as well.
That's awesome. Are you coming out with anything? Did you grab anything?
I'm not, but you know what? This is a 3-day event. I'm coming back tomorrow.
Oh, you'll be back.
I had so much fun today. What's up, man? Then I'm coming back tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
So
excellent.
And you guys, I got to check out your channel, man.
Yeah, Sports Card
You guys-
Madness.
You guys are growing.
We are. We're growing. Autographs. We had JSA on, PSA on.
One activity I'll tell you to do today.
Yeah.
I put everyone on the spot today. I asked everyone I met who's their favorite player.
Mm-hmm.
It took people minutes. They couldn't. If you asked me, "Hey Joe, who's your favorite player?" I'd be like, Mookie Betts.
Okay.
People couldn't.
Recent player? Like
just in
current?
general, all time, recent. Nobody could do it. It was like too hard for people to pull the trigger on it.
Well, I think we're spoiled in Boston, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's probably part of it.
Absolutely.
For me, it's Larry Bird.
Yeah, there you go. All
Larry
time.
Bird.
Yeah, Tom Brady's easy one
Yeah.
for me, but
Yeah.
Mookie Betts right now. I don't know what it is. I miss him. I miss Mookie.
You do?
I miss him.
I think we all miss him. I think the Sox miss him. We all do.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
all right.
I appreciate
Well,
you guys
Joe.
having me on. Go follow these guys. They're very good.
All right. Safe travels, Joe. Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right. So we're leaving the Shriners show, and we just wanted to recap. We've been interviewing a couple people that have just been coming out. And Nick, how did the show go, you think?
Man, this was crazy. So I was actually very surprised at the selection there. Found some really rare cards.
So, I mean, we talk a lot about vintage cards and modern as well, but there was a lot of vintage today, more than I've seen at the Shriner show.
How many 52 mantles did we see?
Oh, gee, we saw five
52
mantles.
Like, what?
We saw a lot of Hank Aaron, Jackie Robinson, just a lot. It was a great show today.
Yeah.
And that is a massive pickup,
Big
especially
time.
for our 86
My set goes
86
up,
fans.
up today, baby.
And we've been talking a lot about trying to venture out of sports a bit. I did pick up for my daughter, and she's on the other end of this video because she's taping right now. We did pick up a Taylor Swift autographed record. So that's going to be big. She's going to put that on her wall. She's a huge T Swift fan. So,
yeah, great time.
Yeah.
350 tables, tons of people. They're open tomorrow, too, if you guys are in the area.
Really good energy as well today. So, all right.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everybody.